when you're working, you never have enough time. But when you retire, you seem to have all the time in the world. Time seems to expand even as it grows shorter. So I think everybody's looking for some sense of permanence and stability in a society that's changing very, very rapidly.
Anything I could do to just try to move a little step at a time. It was very difficult.
Since I'm from an age bracket of 50 years plus, it won't be easy for me to get a job.
The new career path that I took, it was sort of like a redirection to the past.
Just my size. Now I like rocking chairs, but a lot of people don't like them.
All right. Okay, just on the back there.
Where's the hay? Well, I began to work at York University in 1967. I worked in the Department of French Studies, teaching French language and linguistics. I felt I had 3 jobs there. One was doing research, one was doing teaching, one was doing service and committee work. And I felt very stressed at having 3 jobs. All right, well, I'm sure she has a reason.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, no, she's good. And
She's good, yeah.
in 1998, I had a heart attack with bypass surgery and decided I'd better reduce my stress level a little bit, which I wasn't able to do.
We had a family business, an aviation business, and my brother married his wife, who was from the States. So, and my sister had moved to Ottawa, and my father wanted one of his children back into the family business. So after working there for 20 years, and I was working with cousins. This was a 3rd generation family business. We had been in business for 87 years. My grandfather started it with his 2 brothers. And December 2010, my uncle came in, who was, he had the most voting shares out of all of us, and pulled the rug right from under our feet and said that he was closing the business.
I came from Pakistan. I landed in Canada in 2014. But I felt that since I'm from an age bracket of 50 years plus, it won't be easy for me to get a job over here. People over here need young legs. It looks to be a cut-off age over here, after which the job offerings squeeze. Still, although I have a huge experience in and have a very good technical background, but still I think that it's not easy for me to get a job over here.
Work that I used to do, my full-time job, was night and day from what I'm doing now. Totally opposite. And my previous job, I was teaching. I was teaching adults about technical topics, technical computer topics. The last 2 years of the job, it was a job. It was something that says, okay, I have to get up in the morning, I have to do this. I'm doing good. I mean, I am doing the job properly. Management is very happy, but I'm not getting happy.
I was working always in call centers. I was frontline. Then I became ill. My brother passing away made me very depressed, to the fact where I didn't want to get up in the morning anymore. I felt that everything was coming down around me. And then work-related, they were seeing that I was not up to par, and I didn't really know what was going on with myself. Unable to work full-time, it has been difficult for many reasons. My age. When you submit a resume, it's obvious an age when you start reading a resume that this person is over 40, which I am now 60. And it has been difficult also because I am French first language. A lot of people wanted to slot me in a call center, which therefore meant being on the telephones 7 hours a day. And then in order for me to be able to manage that was difficult due to the fact that I would need a bathroom break a little bit longer than a normal person. With call accounting and the call centers, that was not acceptable. Suddenly the money that you'd save for retirement is gone because you were sick, and you had to use it and to pay bills to try to stay afloat. And then all of a sudden you feel like you're 60 years old, but you're 16 starting over again in the workforce. Then from doctor to doctor, hospitals to hospitals, and then realizing that one day, yeah, I have depression, and was clinically diagnosed. And then the loss of my brother was really difficult, but I managed it. It was about, I'd say, a good 6 months where I was not able to get up out of bed, waiting for the day to be dark so I could go find everybody quiet. Nobody would call me, no contact. When I realized I needed help is when my friends would come and visit and could not believe that I had not gotten out of bed for a week. That was not me. I was a person who held down always 3 jobs, and all of a sudden I got no job and I've got no life. I just felt so dark. And then I think with me, what happened is that after my brother had passed and I knew he died of an aneurysm, so it was not expected, then I knew that I could not replace him. He was gone and I needed to move forward. And then I would sort of just try to play my piano or try to draw, write everything down, just try to keep my mind active. By keeping my mind active, I felt that I could keep my body going. Meditation, yoga, walking, anything I could do to just try to move a little step at a time. It was very difficult to manage that, to get myself moving forward.
I should tell you, in terms of rejection and denial, when I was in the Toronto Western Hospital for an angiogram, the doctor said, you need open heart surgery, you're 75% blocked everywhere. I tried to persuade them that they had my files mixed up with someone else's. And I was serious. But no, there was no mix-up. This one's even better. No, I think it was gradual that I decided to retire. I denied the symptoms that I had. I didn't realize they were serious symptoms. They were tiredness, basically. But I had more serious symptoms, which I rejected. Teaching, you're on all the time. You have to be on, or else you're dead in the water. So I decided that I'd retire and have a little bit of retirement time. And I had no difficulty in transitioning. I regretted leaving some of the students. The students were getting better and better all the time. The quality was improving. And so my last few years at York were some of my best.
What was I thinking when I was thinking about the retirement? That's a good question. What I was thinking? One of the things, my first thought is that I had seen so many times people identifying that we plan more for our vacation than we plan for our retirement. And I thought, okay, that's a good point. I want to make sure, because I'm very much a planner, and I do plan things out. And I thought, okay, I do need to think about what I'm going to plan for my retirement. And my focus at that time was that I don't know what I'm going to like, I don't know what I'm going to want, but I'm going to want something different for a change. And I knew my goals were that they weren't going to be focused on a career advancement. They were not going to be focused on making sure I have a certain salary, because I had to reach that point where I had done that. Now I was ready for something different. So we just kind of started searching and wondering, what do I like? What do I not like? What do I have fun with? So I wanted to make sure it was something that I would enjoy, something that would cause me to want to get up in the morning.
We did last year?
I think it's normally in August.
In August, huh? Yeah. That was a good one.
Well, every year
Yeah,
you're
very good.
supposed to get better.
Yeah,
Okay, you
yeah.
look forward to getting.
I landed over here. My son is about 24 or 25 years old, and he's also a software engineer, and he also landed over here. And while I was exploring what I'm going to do over here, I observed that within 2 months, he was able to get a job. That time frame was giving me a clear indication that yes, this youngster has guts, good knowledge, some background, but the overall the industry was offering him something. Reason being that he was young and he can deliver to this industry for an extended period of time. The same type of opportunity is not available for me.
I had to wait around to drop off the keys. So I was just sitting in the parking lot in a chair, waiting for the real estate agent to come and pick up the keys. And I just sat there and I thought for a minute. I had a very dear friend, high school friend of mine, that was battling terminal cancer. And I was just waiting for this guy to show up so that I could get down to the hospital. And it just hit me right then. Life is too short. So I dropped the keys off, went down to the hospital, and spent as much time overnight, slept with her, and 9 days later she did pass. And that's when I realized, you know what, compared to closing a business, things happen and life changes, and you never know what's the next day is going to bring. So it softened the blow. And that sort of gave me a bit of a direction on, you know what, sit down, think of what you really want to do from here on in. What is going to make you happy? And I really tried to figure out what I wanted to do here from here on in. I was going to be turning 50, and I decided I was going to throw a party for myself, and had it catered at the house, had friends from my first job, high school, work people, relatives, and the friends of my friend who had passed away as well, they were there. And just seeing everybody together and having such a great time and melding all those different personalities, I think I just realized at that point in time, this is the direction I wanted to go. I wanted to be around people. I wanted to feel happy. I wanted to have a smile on my face every time I went to work.
Number 69, continue. Yeah, move on. Move on.
A lot of what I do is related to searching for permanence and stability. And some people seek their permanence and stability in religion or in money. And for me, it's antiques represent a sense of continuity and stability. And I have a thing for chairs, if you haven't noticed. Top surface here. You can see what happens with pine sometimes. It develops a natural age crack to it. The same with this property here, which I maintain on my own. And we've been here for 38 years, and that too represents a sense of permanence and stability. So I think everybody's looking for some sense of permanence and stability in a society that's changing very, very rapidly. My internal process when I'm working on antiques, my mind is turned off. I am not thinking of intellectual things. Half of the year I work with my mind, and the other half I work with my hands, which is an entirely different process. While I'm working on antiques, I listen to classical music, and I don't know, it elevates me a little bit, and giving new life to things that otherwise might be left by the roadside. A skilled surgeon gave me a new lease on life, so I figure, why can't I give a new lease on life to some old piece of furniture?
So it just happened that my husband and I had bought a puppy, and he was our second dog, and we had forgotten from our previous dog what it was like to live in puppyhood. So that was a challenge at first. We said, oh my, we didn't remember any of this. So my dog and I, Hunter, we took some classes, and we enjoyed it. We just kind of reminded ourselves how to do this properly. And then one of the classes we took was an agility class, where you bond with your dog, you play games with them, you go through tires and tunnels. Well, I don't go through the tunnel, he goes in the tunnel, and we go through jumps. We do things together. It was just a way of bonding and just enjoying and learning as well. And really, that's struck a chord with me. I said, I like doing this. I'm enjoying this. I enjoy watching the dogs do this, their enjoyment, and watching the people and their enjoyment, the owners of that. And it just so happened at that time that the owner of the agility program was looking for somebody to do some training for agility, and asked if I was interested, and I was. And so I met her requirements in terms of what certification she wanted to have that. So that started that particular process. I've been a yoga student for many, many years, taking all kinds of different yoga classes and enjoying them, right? But just enjoying them until one day I happened to take a particular yoga class called Yin Yoga. And I thought, oh, I like this. This is something I wouldn't mind teaching if that was something I was thinking about, right? So put it at the back of my mind and then started learning more about Yin Yoga, not with the intent of teaching it, but just to enjoy it. And then soon after that, I took a restorative yoga class, and that one really struck with me. It said, this is the one I'm going to say, yes, if I'm going to do something, I would like to teach this. So I inquired to see what would be the requirements for becoming certified for doing that. And then I started that process. And I must say, I'm thankful that I started that process while I was still working full time, because taking certification for the dog training, learning about that, for the yoga training, took a lot of time, but there was money required to be certified for all of this. So I'm thankful I was doing my full-time job, which is where my salary was coming in and helping me.
It was good for me, as I felt that it was good for me to do something which will give self-satisfaction to me, and sitting back, if I may develop, if I may organize a good team, it may be possible for me to offer jobs to others as well. We can develop some technology solutions for the well-being of the seniors. One of the solutions was to monitor health of the seniors using some sensors, to accumulate that data and to analyze that data, that how good or bad the health of seniors is going on, and do some sort of predictive analysis. Since we have established our own company over here, I think that with passage of time, as soon as we start getting some success, we will be able to offer some jobs to the new immigrants. While I landed over here, and after that, in 2 years, I have seen so many seniors over here, seen so many new immigrants over here, who have landed over here and struggling, and they don't have any opportunities. So if I can contribute from that angle as well, it will be a real, it will give a lot of satisfaction to me that yes, I did something that I wanted to do, and besides that, by doing so, I was able to open up some opportunities for the people who have some issues with jobs over here.
I've started working probably the last 4 years now at Sahara's Boutique, which is a ladies' clothing store that basically is mostly 100% linen, natural fibers. We have cottons as well, floaty materials. So I'm a sales associate. I kind of think of myself as a fashion stylist. And we help ladies pick out their clothing and put outfits together for different occasions, going away, traveling, you know, and just helping them make themselves feel beautiful with the body that they have right now.
I'm working currently at CAA part-time. It's suitable for me, it's suitable for them. The position was available part-time, and that's why I accepted it. It's a beautiful environment, very caring, very challenging, but on the other hand, they're very accommodating. They're training me. They seem to be very understanding that I am 60 and then I'm not going to learn like a 20-year-old. In order for me to be hired full-time, of course, with CAA, there is, as anywhere you work, there's always that 3 months probation. CAA is also a company that is union. So therefore, they have contracts, they have certain mandates that they have to follow. And then 3 months, if I should not be able to keep the position, I will find another position somewhere and do something else part-time. I'm sure there'll be some other, but I'm hoping that this will continue on. But after 3 months, if I do not get the TICO license, then therefore they have to dismiss me by law. One of my coworkers brought it to me in an envelope, sealed envelope in my name. And I thought, oh no, what is that? It's like, I didn't want to open it in front of anyone in case I didn't make it. And then all of a sudden I'm like gonna cry. As the girl handed it to me, she goes, oh, it's okay. When you get a letter, it's a good thing. She had a smile on her face. So I was hopeful, but still kind of anticipating, what if it's not the pass mark? Then I'm out of a job. And then I opened it, and lo and behold, I got my certification, so I was pretty excited. But when that letter came in my name, and I knew, it was like, oh no. What makes me the happiest is that actually to be able to get up in the morning, to face the day, and to have my health. Because right now I'm totally so busy sometimes I might forget that, you know, to relax, to find time to breathe properly and all those sorts of things. And what makes me the happiest is to be able to actually go to work and have meaning in life and purpose. That since life is full of challenges, it's so easy to like become negative, but I struggle in control and refuse to let anything or anyone control my destiny. So moving forward again with confidence, and I do my utmost very best. And through any struggles, I turn a good situation into a possibility.
Now that I've come through this whole process in my later life career, sky's the limit. But right now, the opportunities that have come my way are phenomenal. This is the best part of my life now. I have not been happier in my work environment. I've had experiences that I would never had before if I hadn't changed into this direction. I have a wonderful boss, and I think when you're a positive person, a confident person, you tend to bring that same type of energy, that same type of person your way. And lucky me, I've gotten married at 53, and I'm looking forward to the next 30 years.
Life is too short. You know, you hear stories, you hear about accidents happening on the road where just in a flash, someone's family is totally changed. And I'm thinking, life is too short. If I'm so dissatisfied with what I'm currently doing, maybe it's time to start saying, okay, let's take a step, let's take the big breath and go for it. I suggest to people who are starting to think about redirecting where their focus is going to be after their full-time job, I would say, don't rush it. Try to start as early as you can. The moment you start thinking retirement, I would say, start searching. Start searching to what pleases you, what makes you happy. Can you find something at the very last minute? Absolutely. People do, people have. But the more time you allocate up front to thinking about it and allowing yourself to search, as opposed to say, okay, I'm in a rut, I need to find something now, then you may not find what it is really that feeds you.
My stress level has reduced to almost zero now, and I'm enjoying my life, and I do what I want when I want to do it. When you're working, you never have enough time. But when you retire, you seem to have all the time in the world. Time seems to expand even as it grows shorter.